Can you hear me now, Belle? Okay, guys, so we'll be looking right here. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this break right here. See how we didn't get the break? Okay, so we're not taking a short position until we get the candlestick to break below and close below this red line support line. Okay, so otherwise, if we just went in for that sell, we would be getting bounced right here. And then right here, it's important to note that we're bouncing off of this 50 area on RSI. Okay, so we're right below it. We could get some consolidation before the next move. There was some big moves. Okay, so here we go. We're going bullish now. So we might attempt now to get back above 1783 and reclaim the high of the day and go up further. Okay, so we could be looking for a buy, but similar prices consolidating in this range, okay, in this little area right here. So we're looking for price to close above this area to bullish engulf this candle to get up there and to get the body and close above here so that we can push up to this white line. That's our high of the day, and we can see if we can make a new higher high and a new high of the day. Okay, so it's a little premature right now. We're just waiting for the trade to develop. So again, if we're taking a sell, we're waiting for candle to close below, and maybe we're going to see if gold will go down further. Otherwise, we're waiting to see if the has enough power and momentum to close above this red line, 1783, so that we can get up back up to 1785 plus. Okay, so price action is just consolidating in this range right now. It had its big push, its big move here at 745. It came down, tested this support, and you see it slowly moving its way up. Here, right before the call at 8:15, it broke up and made this new high. And then we have this spinning top candle. Then we have bearish engulfing candle coming down, and this is where we are right now. Okay, so we'll take a look at Nasdaq too, also, while we're waiting for gold. So Nasdaq is similar. It made a move here from the bottom, came up, retraced, made a higher low, broke through, made some new higher highs, pulled back, made a higher low from here. So we're continuing this uptrend. Enough bullish momentum to break the previous high and get a new high up here. So 14,000 just above here is our resistance. And if we can get above here, then we're going to go back up to Nasdaq's daily high, 14,065. Right now, could be selling off again. Just like how gold is, it's getting approaching this 50 level on the RSI where there could be a little bit of consolidation. It could break below the 50, and we're going to see price action come down, or it could bounce off here and continue to go up. Similar to what gold did, it came down and it started to bounce. Okay, and then today we're also going to look at a currency pair. So we'll look at Nasdaq, we'll look at gold, and we'll also look at GBP USD. This is the British pound US dollar. And we had a big move to the upside. Okay, so we have bottom support right here on the 5 minutes. We have our resistance right up here. Okay, so we hit 1.3917. We also have, okay, so right here was a moment where we broke out to the upside. We had some consolidation. Again, we have a resistance right here. continues to go up. We have a resistance right here. We continue to push further. And then we start to get into this area where we have lots of consolidation up here. Okay, so where price is just trapped up here trading sideways, then we start to break down into this next zone down here. Okay, so we're gonna watch the British pound US dollar to see if it continues to go bearish. Then what we need is we need these candles to close below. This one was close, this red candle closed right at the red line, then it picked up. What we're looking for is price to come back down, close below here, and then to see it drop. Now that RSI is below the 50 here. Okay, so gold is pushing. We're going to see if it can break below here. And then again, we're going to look for the short position. Okay, we're not taking it yet, but we're going to wait to see if this candle body can close below. And then we're looking for profits to come down here. Okay, but right now it's still trading sideways in this little consolidation area. So we'll let it do its thing. We're not going to rush into any trades right now, because if you take a sell and then it bounces and it goes up, it can hit our stop loss. So we want to make sure, we need some confirmation that the sellers have enough momentum to close it below this red line, 1781. Okay, so there's no, see how it turned from bearish. Okay, so that's why we never took a sell down here, because we had no confirmation. So now we're waiting for this candle. This candle, now the buyers could be taking it up and looking to get above this area, 1783, where we could take it back up to here. Okay, so now we're getting it where it's getting bullish right up here to the resistance. Now we have a minute and 45 seconds left, so we'll watch the close of the candle. Okay, so we're breaking right here. That's the impulse break. Okay, some traders take the impulse buy right now, but we're going to watch how this candle will close, the body will close. So what we're looking for is, we're looking for the long position now, okay, where we could come back to the high of the day up here. And then generally stop loss is placed below the previous support level, or you can place it at the previous low of the candle. Okay, but what we're going to watch for is the close of the candle. We really want it to close, and then what we're looking for is a close above here. Could be a little retest coming back down. Use this as a support, and then we're looking for next leg up. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Okay, so we got 5 seconds to go on the candle now. So again, we need it to close above here. This is very important. Okay, so we got the close. Here's the candle coming down. This could be the retest candle. Okay, and remember there could be multiple retests, not just one retest. Okay, but we do get a retest. The wick came down, and now we're gonna see this candle. If we can start to get up here and reclaim this bearish candle, and to get to today's daily high of 1785.64 and to make a new high up there. Okay, so there we go. There's already 10 pips in profits. Okay, so you're up 10 pips right now. Okay, so we got up here. We made this high. Let's look at these. So we made a high on this candle right up here. We got up to 1784.19. Okay, so it's lower from the previous high. So we have not made a new high up here, but we're still moving. So what we need out of this candle is there's 3 minutes still left on it. We're looking to see if we can close above the high wick of this candle. Otherwise it's going to consolidate in this range, and then it might come down into below here where the buy-in was. Okay, so now it's coming back down bearish. So that move right there was quick. It was for 10 pips. Okay, if you're still in the trade, then you could be stopped out anywhere here, depending where you put your stop loss. If you keep your stop loss real tight, you could be stopped out. If you keep it below the previous tail of a candle, you're still in the trade. If you keep it below the previous support level, then you're still in this trade. Okay, so there's 2 minutes. We hit a high. It's coming down. It's coming below our support line again. Okay, so we're going to see how far down it can go before buyers can pick it up again. Okay, it's coming down bearish. It's coming down to retest again this 50 area on RSI. And then we can look at a higher time frame to see as well. So we got rejected on our 15-minute candle up here. So where it came up to about 10 pips of profit. Okay, it wasn't much, but it's coming down here. So our 15 is still has a little bit of a bullish body on it. So we're going to see how this 5-minute candle is going to close. We have less than 1 minute. Okay, so now it's starting to move back up. We have right here where we have a new support right here at 1783.10. That was the low, and now we're getting a spinning top candle. Okay, a lot of indecision up here. This is a critical area that it is starting to break above right here, because we're very close to our daily high right up here. That just happened about a half hour ago. Okay, 20 minutes ago. So we're right up there, critical area. We're gonna see if we can break above this and continue to get up there. And then if you want to keep it your stop loss a little tighter there for some risk and reward, you could have it right below this candle. But again, if you want to let it a little bit of time to breathe a little bit, you could have it where you originally had it. Okay, so our candle closed, and it closed above. Do you see where it closed? It closed above our support line, that red line. Okay, so we're building off of now our new candle just opened. If we cannot break above this, then we're going to see price action come down. Okay, now it's testing the low of this candle. We could be getting ready, guys, for going opposite for like a sell situation. If the pressure comes heavier from the upside and we have more selling pressure, then we're gonna get out of this trade, and then we'll look for a sell. So this trade was only good for 10 pips. It was real quick. Looks like it's coming down now. But again, we're going to see how far down it can go. If buyers step in anywhere in here, uh, they could feed off of these green candles and take it up again. So we're going to see. Just got to remain patient. We're getting towards a new 1 hour candle at 9 a.m. So we can take a look at the 1 hour candles. Okay, so this is the candle we're trading. You can see it made the daily high and it made this low right here, and we're right in the middle. It's a bearish spinning top on the 1 hour. Okay, and it just broke through the 50 right here. That's where we had all this upwards momentum, and now we're starting to get it to come down on this 1 hour. So it could continue in our next hour where gold could go bearish. Okay, so there's still 2 minutes and 45 seconds, lots of time, but we're approaching the new 1 hour candle. Okay, so we'll probably see a little bit of volatility at the open of 9 a.m. And we'll see some volatility at 9:30 a.m. at the open of the Wall Street session. And then we were also looking at NAS100. Okay, so here's our NAS100. Again, it's consolidating in this area. Okay, tough to trade this, so we'll wait for a break above 14,055, or we're looking for bearish momentum going below 14,045. GBP USD, it's slowly breaking down. Okay, so you can see GBP USD is making lower lows, a lower high, and lower lows. Okay, so we got 1 minute left on this candle. Again, it's a spinning top candle. Could be because it's leading into the 9 a.m. open. Okay, so a lot of buyers and sellers are just indecisive on price going into the open of the 9 a.m. candle. So let's see which direction it's going to take us. The candle body is still in this area right by 1783. Okay, so we can see that it's a critical area because we could not break above it right here at 720. We got rejected, came back again, got rejected, then finally it actually broke through, and it broke through for a little bit to make that high, then it came back down. So it's an area of significance today. Okay, so remember the white line is the high of the day up here, and this area 1783 was the previous high, and we have not broke above it for a long time, okay, till now. Now here's our new 9 a.m. candle, okay, so we're starting with our new 9 a.m. candle. Okay, so again we're going to try and break our previous high up here where we made that high of 1784. If we can break above that, then we're going to try and get up to this area, right up here to these candles, to 1785. And if we have enough momentum in the next few candles, if we do have some bullish strength, then maybe we can make a new high of the day up here. Okay, so it made its attempt. It didn't get to the previous high. Okay, you can tell by the top wick it's a little lower than the previous. So the price could be, it could start going bearish. Okay, see how it got pushed down. So we're probably gonna have to clear this. It was good for 10 pips up to here, but we got to respect the fact that they're starting to push it down. Okay, so maybe this bullish momentum, it's going to stop, because we can see that this was a bullish candle how they opened it at 9, but it didn't even break above the previous high here. Okay, so we see now price action coming down. Okay, so again, remember we're looking for a sell. Remember in this area right here. Okay, so that was just good for 10 pips. It was real quick, but we got to respect the fact that the buyers cannot push it above previous highs. Okay, so we gotta see that the sellers are pushing it down, and as soon as this RSI breaks below this 50, we could see a drop in price because the strength is decreasing. Okay, so on that, the short, you can take the short anywhere. Okay, this would kind of be like your impulse down here, and then you're looking for the breakdown here. This you could have placed above your previous high, and you're waiting for the momentum to go down. Okay, okay, so there's 2 minutes, so it made a new low. See the wicks? From this wick to this wick, it made a lower low, and from this wick to this wick, it made a lower high. So we're in a little bit of a bearish downtrend. Okay, it's a mini downtrend, but what we're looking for is for price to break below here, break below the previous support, so that price can come down to this area, and then maybe we can break down there and come down even further. Okay, okay, so there it goes. So entry is right here, like 1782.50, and then price just came down to 1781.50. Okay, so right there is 10 pip move, 10 pips. We're looking for more. We're looking for the close below. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we're looking for a close below this area so that we can come down further. Okay, we have 45 seconds to go. Again, we want to close this body, this candle, to close below this support. That will be really good, and then we can get some continuation coming down further here and breaking down structure. Okay, so when you're scalping, you got to be quick sometimes. You got to get in the trade. If it doesn't go in your favor, if you're starting to notice that with the candlesticks, then you can easily get out of the trade with minimal loss and just look for the opposite, okay? Because we're in the critical area of consolidation. It can go either bullish or bearish. Okay, so let's see how the candle closed. It closed right at that support line. Okay, it did not close below. So now we have some buying momentum coming in. We need to see the sellers where this wick will eventually get exhausted. How far can these buyers push this candle up before sellers enter and start to push it down? It would have been a lot better if we could have the close of the candle down here so that we could have started it, we could have got some bearish momentum, sellers continuing right off of that candle and pushing it down. But right now we're getting buyers, and it's going to come to the point where we entered the trade. Unless we can get a wick and sellers start to push it down and create a new lower high from up here. Okay, and you can see here we do have a US folder. Okay, so there is some US folder news that's coming out at this time at 9 a.m. So that could affect the price here, the volatility. Okay, so see how it's bouncing around this 50 area? It broke below. That's why we got this bearish candle, and now it's coming back above the 50 level. That's where we're getting this bullish candle. So this is why there's a lots of consolidation in this area around 50. It's not like if it goes up to 70 or 75, we're in overbought territory, and then we could see price action drop. We're right at this area of consolidation. So there's a big battle going on between the buyers and sellers of gold right here, and that's why we're starting to see a lot of sideways action candles. Okay, and if you don't feel comfortable trading these, then don't trade these. Wait for the bigger plays where it breaks either like the high of the day or it breaks another major low support, because we have not broke below here yet. Okay, so this candle is getting very bullish. It's starting to engulf our previous bearish candle, and now we're attempting to get back up to here. Okay, this is so if you took your profits down here like really fast, you got your 10 pips, you're out of the trade. That's great. But if you're still in this trade, we could be getting stopped out up here, just so we can prevent it from breaking out and going for a new high and really breaking out. So that's why you want to have your risk. That's it. You're out of the trade right there. Okay, should be stopped out of the trade. We couldn't break below here. See, so we have strong support here at 1781. We cannot break below there, so that's a strong support level. So going forward today, if you're trading gold or on this call, if we can break and close below 1781, then we should look for the downside. But otherwise, there's a lot of strength, a lot of support here, where every time the price comes down here, we get a lot of buying momentum. Okay, so that's important to note if we're going to continue trading. And right now, again, we just hit the high of the day. Okay, so we just tapped it. We're looking to see if price can make a new high of the day. Okay, can we break out of this? Okay, so gold is just trading around in this range. Okay, So the range is from here, 1781, this bottom support, and the high of the day. Okay, so they're bigger candles, but they're just trading around in here, consolidating for the next move up. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can get the continuation on this candle. So you see where we close right here. Here's the continuation. See if buyers can start to come in anywhere here. Otherwise, this is just going to come right back down. Okay, and then you see how it's trading like sideways. So this is difficult to trade this types of candles if we're not getting some momentum. If it's just green, red, green, red. So if they can hold this bottom wick right here, then and start pushing up, we're looking to break above the previous candle body, okay, right here, and then the wick, and then here's our high of the day, the white line, okay. Okay, so see how it flipped now to bullish from bearish, okay. So it came down bearish, came here, see the bottom wick, 1783.46. It created a higher low from the previous low right here, and now we're pushing to see if we can break a new high of the day up here, okay. And the new high of the day, if we break, we can look for potential action to come to 1787.66. Okay, where did we get that? We got that from our previous candles in here. Okay, and also one more area right there that it could come to, right in the middle. Okay, so that's where we're looking for price action for our new high, if we can break above there. Okay, but again, we're getting resistance up here. It cannot seem to break above this level here. So then it's getting rejected and going down bearish. Okay, so while gold's doing its thing at the high of the day up here, let's take a look at the NAS100 we were looking at. Okay, so NAS100 broke below here, came and touched here. Okay, so from 14,045 to 38. Okay, so it was just a little move down. Again, it's not moving like it normally does. It's like gold right now. It's in a critical area of resistance and support, and we're right at this 50 level on our side. So there's some consolidation. It's right in the middle. Okay, so let's take a look at the 1 hour candle. Okay, so 1 hour candles, they're really starting to move. Okay, ever since gold hit this price down here at 1773, started to move up on the 1 hour candles. Then here's where we had that, see that resistance level that we have on those 5 minute candles. It was all from these 1 hour candles right up here, 1783. It got rejected, came down here to 1776. It made a higher low from our previous 1 hour candle here, then continued this uptrend. So this is where we're at. We're trying to break this 1783. We broke through it, and it came up this hour at 8 a.m. before the call, and that's what created that new high of the day, the white line up there. And then we had continuation off this candle where it came down to here, but it's still creating higher lows on all these 1 hour candles. And here's the body where we attempted again to break that high of the day, and it got rejected on our call right now. So we're gonna see in the next 45 minutes if this 1 hour candle can get some momentum to come back and try and reattempt to make a new high of the day. Then we're looking for price action to come up to here, 1786.62, then 1787, and then 1788, 1790, going off of these candles. Okay. So you can see now when we go to the 5 minutes, you can see like what those 1 hour candles did. There was the low, came up, made a higher low, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher low, and then here we're coming in where we cannot seem to break above this high of the day. So it's a strong resistance. So every time price action's getting up there, it's getting rejected. Until we can start gaining some more strength from the buyers and continue to make higher lows, then maybe eventually we're going to get to break above this. And then potentially we may see gold attempt 1800 later today or even tomorrow. Let's take a look at the daily candles. Okay, so when we started the call, we looked at our daily candles. Here's today's daily candle. There's the top wick, the high. But if we can break above today's high, look at where we can go. Okay, so our next daily wick is right here, 1790. Okay, I'm going to do another white line because these are critical areas. Okay, so you can see if we break this high today, we can possibly get up to 1790 on the daily. And if we break above 1790, then price can go to 1795 this wick, then eventually to up here to 1798. Okay. Okay, but in order for that to happen, we need to break and close above 1785.73, this white line. If we don't, then we could just continue to consolidate here, or eventually if sellers see that the buyers are losing strength and momentum, then you'll start to see them come in and looking for a sell opportunity to push price down. Okay, so we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle, and you can see that it came down. So we got some support here from our previous support. Now it's coming back up. So what we're watching for now is, can this candle engulf this red candle, close above this area, and then we can attempt to break a new high of a day. It's not easy to break a high of a day. Okay, it takes a lot of strength to break a high of a day. Because if market makers are looking to keep the price of gold down, they don't want it to make new highs. They don't want it to make new higher highs. So they probably have a lot of sell orders up in this area where they're looking to suppress the price of gold from coming up further. But so we need a lot of momentum. We need a lot of strength to break that and to create a new higher high and move from there. That's how new highs are made. But we need strength so that we can push above this and we can make a nice little push. Okay, so we're starting to get it. You see now the strength, the RSI is starting to go up, but we need to break above the previous high of the RSI right here. Okay, so just like we do support and resistance lines on our price action candlestick bars, you can do support and resistance on your RSI. Okay, so we can see the high up there is about 60, 59.50, and we're at 56 right now. Okay, so once we can break above 60 on RSI, then we should see some added strength and we should see price push up back up here. But you can also spot a little bit of divergence too. So if you see price is flat at the top, okay, it's flat at the top, and you can see that your strength is declining from here to here, and you have it flat price at the top, you could see that we're The price is not moving, but the strength is decreasing. So it could be preparing you that there could be a push down in price, like a sell opportunity coming up. Okay, so NAS100 looks bearish. Okay, see how it's going below the 50 and price action is coming down. Okay, so if we break below here, if price breaks below 14,039, it's going to come down to 14,032 and then to 14,023. Okay, so you could have something like your short position where you have your stop loss, and then you could have your take profits as long as the candles come down and close below. Okay, we don't take these early trades without confirmation. Okay, so we want to wait for confirmation candle to close below, then to continue going down. Okay, so here we go. We might be getting a gold break high of the day up here. Okay, so look at the candle. It's very bullish. Okay, we're coming up towards the high of the day, the white line. The RSI is approaching the previous high of RSI at 60. We need it to break above it so that we can get that push. Again, this area is going to act as a resistance too on RSI. So we're going to see we made an attempt. If it gets rejected, then price will come back down. You need strength, you need momentum to create new highs, higher highs. If you don't have strength and momentum, you're not going to create higher highs and break areas of resistance. Okay, so even if this candle body can close above this red line, that will be considered bullish, okay? Because we have not had a body close above this area, okay? So that will be step one. If we can get the body to close, and then what we're looking for is a continuation off of the candle that closes above, then you're looking for maybe a retest for it to come down, then to break up, and then break through this daily high resistance. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so there's 2 minutes left on the candle. Again, it's coming through. Its high is 1785.27 right there. So we need to get above these previous wick highs right here, and then we can break through the daily right here. Okay, and again, let's take a look at the 1 hour candle. Okay, so 1 hour candle, it opened right here, it came down, it made a high, and this is where we're trading at right now. Okay, so the body is getting a little bit, it's getting fuller here. Okay, we're filling up with buying volume, but we need to break above, or else it will continue to get pushed down. And let's take a look at the British pound US dollar. Okay, so British pound US dollar is starting to break down slowly. Okay, so this is, you're looking again here for price to this candle to break below the support. Every time it gets down here, it goes back up, goes back up. You're looking for it to close below, then it could start to come down. And then when it comes down, you're looking for price to come down to here. And then once it breaks there, it's going to come down to 38820, then continue to go down, okay? So every time we're starting to get some momentum to the upside, bullish, we're getting bullish candles. See these long rejection wicks? They're rejection right there, rejection there, rejection here, rejection here. Okay, you can see that there's a lot of selling pressure up here. Okay, every time the bulls and the buyers of gold attempt to get up to this high of the day, this white line, they get rejected. They get rejected. Okay. So they're coming again with a little bit of strength on this new 5-minute candle. So we're going to see again. If not, they could get pushed down and we'll see price to come down here. And see this strength? It's not breaking above the previous high of the RSI. So there's no way that the price can continue to increase if we can't get the strength above our previous high. And it's also important to note that we're about 3.5 minutes away from 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That's the Wall Street session open, and you're going to see increased volatility in all pairs that you're trading. Okay, it's the stock market open. It always has a lot of momentum. Okay, so we're going to see probably some quick erratic candles go up and down. But if you're in a trade, just mind your stop loss if you're in a trade. If you're not in a trade, then let's just wait for confirmations, okay? So see, after multiple attempts, one attempt, two attempt, three, four, five, 4 or 5 attempts up here to try and get above this area, close above, so that we can attempt there the high of the day. We could not get that. That's why now price is falling. Okay, and look at RSI now. It's right back to that 50 level. So this could be just like where price comes down and at 9:30 it opens and then we have buyers come in and then push the price up. That's why when you start to see price consolidate in an area, it's better just to trap it and wait for the bigger moves. We know that the bigger move right up here is going to be the high of the day move. So if we break above here, yes, it will go a little further up, and we can make some money up there. But also we got to watch down here. Every time we get down to this level, 1781, buyers step in. Came down here, buyers stepped in. Came down, buyers stepped in. It could come down again and buyers could step in, or what we're looking for is the candle to close below this area. Then we can start going into a sell momentum. But right now it's trading in this range right now. Okay, so we're 1 minute and 20 seconds away from this candle close, and we're also a minute away from the Wall Street open. Okay, so this candle is leading into the Wall Street open. You can see it's bearish coming down, but again, if the candle does not close below this area, then it's just going to bounce around in here. Okay, so that's why it's sometimes it's frustrating taking a trade when you see price action doing this. Okay, but eventually it will break out of this area. Okay, so here's our Wall Street open candle right here. This candle closed, it made a low, could not pierce below 1781, and it closed right there. So we're starting 9:30 with a green candle, but it could start to go red right now. We're below the 50 on the RSI. We could see the candle start to push down now. Okay, and if we look at Nasdaq, this is the Nasdaq open. See the candle? Okay, so this is what I mean. When 9:30 opens, you have a big range. Okay, it could come all the way down and it could go all the way back up. Okay, so this is a 1 minute candle. This is your Wall Street open. Okay, so it opened right here. It came all the way up to here, and look at it go down now. Okay. Okay, so you see Wall Street is starting to sell off a little bit at the open. And price of gold, see it dropping too. Okay, so there's the break below this support line. Okay, so what we need is you need this candle to minimum close below this area so that it can start pushing down. Okay, but there is traders that want to take an impulse right away. Okay, so if you're taking an impulse and you want in on that candle, then remember, know where to place your stop loss. You're either placing it above this area here, or you're gonna place it above the all the way the high up here, depending how high you want your risk to reward. Okay, are you getting a minimum 1-to-1 on your money? That's what you got to be looking at. If you're not getting a 1-to-1 on your money, then I would suggest not taking the trade. You're looking for more of a 1-to-2, 1-to-3. You're looking for quality over quantity. Okay, so you're looking for a good trade where it can really break down. So I can see if it right now, if it starts breaking down, it breaks below this level, it can break below here, and it can also come down to this level 1776. So you're getting good R&R. Okay, and if it breaks below here, then you're looking for it to come down to there. So already, just by taking an impulse, if you take that impulse, 1781 to where price is at 1778, that's over 20 pips. Okay, but you gotta maybe scale out quickly. You gotta take some partials because this can reverse on us. Remember, the candle has not closed yet. Okay, now we're getting a real nice push to the downside. Okay, and this all happened because of the Nasdaq open. Look at Nasdaq dumping. Okay, so you see Nasdaq dumping on the market. That's why gold is starting to go down. Okay. Okay, so we got 1:30. Obviously, we need the candle to close below this area, but if we can get it to close below previous support levels, then that will just add more selling pressure. That's good. So then we can really take advantage of this sell. Okay, so it's starting to form a wick down here. Buyers are starting to come in at this price. See how the candlestick, it was a full-bodied bearish candle, and now we have a bottom wick because as the price came down to here at 1777.90, we got buyers stepping in, trying to push the price up. And you see how when we broke below the 50, where we got that big red bearish candle, before we were just trading sideways as it was just trading around the 50, and then finally we got the big break. And that's why we use this 60 RSI as a resistance. We made multiple attempts to try and break above it. We couldn't, and that's why this candlestick started to go down. We were losing strength, and then there was the big drop. Okay, so 10 seconds. So we're going to watch where this candle closes and our continuation, our next candle, how it opens. So there's the close. We closed below 1779.77. Okay. So we closed below this support line and we closed below second support line. Okay, so now we're going to see buyers right now stepping in, trying to push this price up, but we're going to need sellers now to come in and start to push this down if it's going to lead to a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so we're watching this wick right here. So the buyers managed to push the price up to 1780.66, but it's still lower than this high up here and lower than this high. Okay, so on the top of this trend, we are creating lower highs, but we need sellers to push it down and to create new lower lows down here to break below 1778. Okay, so remember, this was the impulse candle that just broke below, okay? This is our confirmation candle. So we're watching this candle to see if it comes back up to this area. This area should now act as a resistance. Remember, it was a previous support level that we could not break. Finally, this candle broke below it. And now we're starting to see this is the retest where buyers are pushing the price up. But if sellers now can keep this price below here and push this down, then it will give us confirmation. But right now it's not giving any confirmation. It's right at that level right now. Okay, and you can see the 15-minute candle came all the way down here and went all the way back up, but now it's starting to come down. Okay, so there's still almost 7 minutes left on it, so you can see that even in the 15-minute time frame, it goes down, it goes up, but then it could will follow the close of the candle and watch to see if it starts going bearish again. Okay, so you can see this is what a retest candle is. Okay, we get a lot of questions. What is a retest? So this was an area of support. All of these candles could not break below 1781 right here. Finally, this candle broke through, but this could be an impulse candle. Okay, it's not with confirmation. It just broke through, but it closed right here. So when we broke through this area of support, 1781, it should now act as a resistance. And this is what our confirmation is. So now we're getting this bullish candle coming back up, but sellers are now keeping the price below here. Okay, so that's our resistance. And if we can start to get some rejections down here, that will give us confirmation that sellers are in control of this and will push the price down further. But as soon as the price comes up here, then we're not getting any confirmation because they're putting the price right back up here. See how they broke that resistance and now it's coming up. So we're not getting confirmation for the sell yet. That's why it's you can be rewarded by taking an impulse trade like right down here, but you have to understand that it was an impulse that you should be taking your partial profits as it comes because it was without confirmation and a bullish candle can come in and just come right back up. Okay, so this was supposed to be our confirmation candle, but you can see there was no confirmation. It closed above this area again. Okay, so now we could see price start going up now. Plus, it was Wall Street open. Okay, so Wall Street just opened up 10 minutes ago. That's why you're going to start to see some erratic behavior when it opens up. Once the market cools off, then it will go in its original direction. But this was Nasdaq. Okay, so you can see this 5-minute candle. Look at the range of it compared to the other ones. It opened right here, came all the way, made a high of 14,050, dropped all the way down to 14,025, closed right here. Next candle opened here, came up to 14,046, made a lower high from the previous, came down. It took out the tail and closed below this previous, and look at it dropping. Okay, so Nasdaq, that was a sell that we were targeting down here. This is with confirmation. So Nasdaq is continuing to dump. Okay, let's look at that British pound. Okay, British pound is just hanging around right here. Not much movement, but the big move is on Nasdaq right now. Okay, look at Nasdaq. The market is dumping right now. Okay. So that's why we have our areas. Okay. So once we break below here, you could have a TP1 at 14,032. Here was our other TP, 14,023. Okay. And then here's our other one, all the way down here at 14,000. But by the time we get there, it's going to have to stop somewhere. So you got to look to the left, look at previous structure where you could see some candles. Okay. And then you can get all of your take profits. Okay. Look at it just falling down here. Okay. So it's clearing all of these. Every red line is a TP. Okay. And you can structure it yourself how you want to take your profits. This is where you should be scaling out a position slowly, especially when you're scalping. Okay. Unless you catch a really nice trend where it's making lower lows and lower highs, you could ride the momentum. But for the most part, it comes down and then goes right back up. Okay, so you need to understand if you go up 10, 20, 30, 40 pips, that you should be scaling out maybe 80% of your trade and let just a little bit ride just in case it continues to go down. Okay, so that's Nasdaq. Okay, so we can see that it's breaking lows, and then you just got to follow the body too of the candle, okay, to see where it closes. And not just always watching the wicks, you got to watch the bodies too, okay, because that's where all the volume is. And it's continuing to push down, okay. So it cleared this area, 14,010. Next area it could come down to is 14,003, okay. So even gold is continuing to be bearish. It's following the Nasdaq, okay? So you can see where it came down. We had this bullish candle, but again, this bullish candle made a lower high from the previous, and now we're starting to get a red candle. This red candle could come down and engulf this green candle and continue to come down. And RSI is below the 50, okay? So that's considered bearish. It's weak strength, selling momentum. Okay, so we're going to see if Nasdaq can break 14,000. Remember 14,000, it's a psychological number, okay? So if gold breaks 14,000, then look at where it's going to come down to. We already have it mapped out, 13,990 and 13,978. Okay, so see, every time it comes down, it hits one of our red lines. That's a take profit, okay? So this was a nice breakdown. Okay, you see it consolidating, trading sideways. Then 9:30 opens. This is Wall Street market. Okay, this is a lot of volatility. But you can see on the first candle where it broke below, came up and closed below. So that's what I mean by confirmation. That was your confirmation candle. And then this is where you could have your stop loss and your profit target all the way down here. Okay, so do you guys understand what I mean? This is consolidation, okay, leading up to the major session right in here. Okay, and then the market opens 9:30. You got this crazy candle that goes, it opens, it goes high, it goes low, but closes. Look at where it closes. Okay, that's key. You want to watch the body where it closes. It closed below this support line. We never had that in a long time of trading, these 5-minute candles. The next candle came up. It made a lower high from the previous wick. Then it got pushed down, and this body of this candle took out the previous wick, closed below here. Here was a retest, came up to this area of resistance, got rejected, coming down. Next candle came up right here, and look at it go down now. Okay, so this is happening live. Okay, and then next area will be down here for profits, 13,990. But you can see, look at the RSI now. So RSI is down to 22 on Nasdaq on 5 minutes. Okay, so it's getting extremely oversold. But price action, if you're following the candlesticks, can still come down. Okay, but it is finding a little bit of support. There could be some buyers in here. So again, if you're in this profits, you need to be scaling out a position because this can start to reverse a little bit. Okay. And gold is trading sideways in this range right now. The big move was Nasdaq. Okay, so that's why we trade gold, we trade Nasdaq, we look at the GBP USD pair, we take a look at everything, and we'll trade what is the best trade possible. Look at Nasdaq dumping. Okay, so here it goes. It just broke our 13,990. That was our next target. That is right here. Okay, so 13,978. See how I got all these red lines by looking left on my 5-minute candlesticks? So it was previous price action. So it's kind of like a magnet where the price is gravitated to go to. Okay, so should be scaling out of positions because this can start to reverse. Look at the RSI. Okay, 22, 21. It's oversold. Could see a little bit of a bounce. Okay. It's a big move. Okay, so from 14,040 all the way down to 13,980. That's almost 60 pips, guys. 55, 60 pip move. Okay, so that's what you want to look for. And sometimes it's just patience. It's leading up to the big session or the big trade. Okay, seen here that it was all consolidation. Same with what gold is doing right now. Gold is doing the same thing. Okay, we're getting a lot of consolidation right now. Okay, it's red, green, red, green. It's hard to take a trade in this. So what we've got to do is got to allow the price to do its thing, and then you're looking for structural breakdowns. Okay, so here's like a structure right here. This bottom support 1778. See, this candle wick came below and then went right back up. Okay, and then that's where you get this choppy sideways action that we're not taking a trade on gold yet. And so what we're waiting for is closing below these areas and continuing. How Nasdaq did. This is very difficult to trade. If you're only getting in here as a sell, you're looking to take profit down there. If you're looking to buy, you're looking to take profit here. Then sell. It's too much to trade like this. So when you see a chart making this type of candlesticks, this type of price action, then just relax. You're looking for the better action. Okay. Nasdaq was a nice sell. Okay, beautiful. Set up nicely and just a lot of downwards pressure. Okay. So we'll see. Maybe the market is gonna sell off today. Right now it's minus 50 points. Okay, you can see here it's minus 0.37% on the day. 14,065 was our high. and now we pushed off of it big time. Okay, that's what we were looking for on gold, but we couldn't get it. So we get a next candle continuing, coming down right here again to 13,978. Okay, continuing to break. Okay, so our next area that we have targeted is right here, 967. Okay, see right here. Okay, so this is a big breakdown. So that's why, guys, if RSI hits 30, a lot of traders just get into buys because they believe it's oversold and they think that buyers are going to come in, but that's not the case. You got to follow price action. You got to follow candlesticks because we broke below 30 and RSI came down to, look, it's down to 16 right now, 16, 17. Okay, so if you're looking to buy anytime in here, you're losing money because you're counter trading and you're trading this deep trend. Okay, so you got to follow. It will reverse very soon, but you got to follow price action so that you can get in on a nice entry. Okay, you got to start to see it developing a wick. You got to see a body close above a previous resistance level, and then you got to look for continuation or a little reversal if you're looking for a buy. Okay, because a lot of traders look for buys right when it hits 30 and they end up losing money because they're not following price action, they're just following RSI. RSI is just a technical indicator, it's a lagging indicator. It prints after price action, so this is the best. We use this as a guide to help us with strength, but we don't use it for entering or exiting positions. Okay, and it's continuing to come down, like breaking that support. Okay, so if we break below there, now we're coming April 26, 10:30 a.m. yesterday. Okay, so you can see same time yesterday around here that we've retraced from the high and we've come all the way down here. Okay, so this is a big dump, guys, big dump on Nasdaq. So if you're in the sell anywhere on any, if you missed this candle, okay, no worries. You could have missed that candle, but you could have watched this candlestick come up, can't break above that resistance, then it gets hammered down again. If you missed that candle, you could have got in on this candle, okay? You're in profits anywhere down, okay? So just be scaling out of your position slowly, okay? What I mean by that is, example, if you took a 1.0 on this sell, you're looking down here maybe to take out zero point 0.8 of your position, cash out, and then just leave maybe a zero point 0.2 to run, just in case it continues to make lower lows and lower highs, if it continues to go down further. But you also gotta just keep an eye on this RSI. RSI is at 15 on the 5 minutes, so we're gonna expect a reversal coming very soon. So Nasdaq is a really nice sell. We'll take a look again at the gold, what it's doing. See, gold now flipped to bullish. Okay, so I'm not taking a trade on gold because it's playing too many games here where it's going up and down, up and down. I'll take a trade if we break a new high of the day. So if we can get above this white line, I'll look for a buy. And I'm also looking for a sell if we can break below this area here. But I'm not touching anything in between here. There's too many head fakes. As soon as the price goes up, it goes down. As soon as it goes down, it goes up. It's not really a trend that I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to break a major area so that I can collect maybe quality pips going up. Okay. Otherwise, it's just going to come up. You're going to want to get into a buy, and then it's just going to get hammered down again. Okay. So anytime you can see that type of action, just maybe stay away for it until you see something nice. Like Nasdaq that was a perfect play. Okay, Nasdaq was really nice. The way how it consolidated, broke down, retest, lower highs and lower lows, and just continued walking down. Okay, so you can see from this long lower wick that now we're starting to get buyers coming in. Okay, so the price was down here, 13,962, and then they pushed it up to 980. Okay, so you can see that buyers are starting to come in. Here they come in now. Now you can start to see like the RSI is starting to curl, and you're starting to see lower rejection wicks. So that means buyers are coming in. Okay, so that's why you want to take positions out. If you're in the sell, like I said, 80%, or you can take your entire trade out, whatever you want. But because you could be getting ready for a little bit of a reversal, okay, a little bit of a pullback coming up. Okay, guys, so we're going to go a couple more minutes, 2, 3 more minutes, but this Nasdaq sell, if you're going to continue to hold this, you could place a trailing stop loss and put it below every single candle that closes, okay? And then see if we can walk it down. But expect a little bit of a reversal. I'm telling you right now, the Nasdaq is going to start to reverse. Let's look at the British pound US dollar. Again, it's similar to gold, okay? Too much going on here. Not looking to trade that. So gold, I'm looking for a buy if we can get above here. So what I'm looking for gold is looking for a long position above the high, okay? Above the high. That's what I'm looking for. If it can break above that high, I'm looking for a buy up there. But until it does that, that's what I'll be looking for. In the meantime, price just might consolidate in this area for its next move. But I really like Nasdaq. Nasdaq is a nice trade, okay? Because not only can you get the big sell, but there's going to be a little bit of a reversal that you could catch that counter trade, that buy, for 10, 20, 30 pips just on a pullback, okay? So it's nice to notice that if you do have a trade that goes in one direction real heavy, and then you could look for a little bit of a counter trade if you're still looking to scalp. If not, this trade was good enough to finish the day. It was over 50 pips. And continue to drop again, okay? So look at how powerful the stock market is. Very bearish right now, okay? Even with RSI all the way down to 15, it still wants to drop. Okay, because then now you got to look at your higher time frame candles. Okay, so look at the candle that we just traded. This was the market open 1 hour candle coming all the way down, cleared out all of these candles. Okay, see how powerful that candle is. Here it is in 2 15-minute blocks. Okay, so it's coming down. Okay, guys, so we're going to wrap up the call there. It's 10 a.m. If you guys continue to trade, just careful, watch your stop losses. Be patient, always wait for confirmation trades. If you do take an impulse trade, a quick trade without confirmation, then just be ready to take some profits because it could reverse on you real quickly without confirmation. Okay, so we'll see you guys on our next live stream. And have a great day today, and we'll see you again.